This drug is really poised to be used broadly on all forms of multiple sclerosis.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Dr. Daniel Witt, the CEO of Immunic. Daniel, very good to see you. And of course, you're joining us from New York, where Immunic hosted a multiple sclerosis R&D day on Tuesday. Tell us a bit more about the event, what it was about, and how it went.
Yeah, hi, Stephen. Good morning here. Yeah, it was honestly, it was a great event. Very exciting. A lot of people attending online and in live in person at NASDAQ building. So that was really good. And I think we really try to be more transparent on the development and highlight the key features of the product development, positioning, and also of the mode of action there.
So one section of the event covered vidofludimus calcium's mode of action, targeting the nuclear receptor Nurr1. Can you walk us through the drug's mechanism and how it could potentially help MS patients?
Yeah, that's maybe one of the most important new findings in the space of MS therapy. So that we have found together with academic collaborators that vidofludimus calcium is a Nurr1 activator. And we are very happy to have Francesca Monterolo there in person. She's a researcher from Turin University in Italy, and she was one of those scientists really for the first time identifying Nurr1 as a target for multiple sclerosis. And maybe the most interesting thing to learn is here that Nurr1 was more or less identified as an MS target by looking on differential gene expression in pregnant women with multiple sclerosis. So we know that in such patients, the MS symptoms really go down during pregnancy. And one of the genes really highly involved in that change of the immune system in pregnant women is Nurr1. And this is an interesting story to hear. And we now having vidofludimus calcium as a Nurr1 activator is a very nice thing and may support specifically the neuroprotective function in treatment of multiple sclerosis.
One of your speakers highlighted the relevance of disability worsening for MS patients. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, that's nice because it was bridging from this mode of action to the clinical use of vidofludimus calcium. And so we had Amit Baor on the call, one of the top experts in the world for multiple sclerosis. He's at UPenn. He was really giving a up-to-date talk on the role of disability worsening in all forms of multiple sclerosis, also highlighting that this is something which goes on already in relapsing MS patients. It's not limited to progressive MS patients. And that this process is somehow independent from the relapses. So he was reintroducing the role of PIRA, so PIRA, progression independent of relapse activity, which seemed to really be a key unmet medical need in all forms of multiple sclerosis, and specifically, of course, in progressive multiple sclerosis.
Where do you see vidofludimus calcium fitting in the MS treatment landscape, Daniel?
Yeah, I think this is more than the conclusion of everything here. So with this mode of action, with the potential to treat the PIRA, so the progression, and not only relapses, but still having a good activity on inflammation and relapse reduction. This drug is really poised to be used broadly on all forms of multiple sclerosis. Also with the outstanding safety and tolerability profile, I think it's qualifying for early use, for broader use in relapsing MS. So for both markets, for RMS and PMS, I think that could be a game changer for those patients.
Final question. Could you remind us about the upcoming inflection points for the program, please?
Well, yeah, I think we have a lot of things coming up. Next quarter, we are waiting for a futility analysis data from our phase 3 studies, the ENSURE studies. That's expected in Q4. And then further down the road in April next year, we are waiting for the data readout for our CALIPER phase 2 study in progressive MS, something we are urgently waiting for.
I'm sure we'll be chatting to you again very soon then. Daniel, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.
That's Dr. Daniel Witz, the CEO of Immunic.